Alrighty, guys. So the long weekend's almost over, and we're almost back to the stock market, which means we have to break down SoFi, do a quick update here. I have to refresh you guys, and quite frankly, refresh my memory as well here on the charts, the key levels, all that good stuff. So hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 50K. Well, we're not almost at 50K, but that's the goal for this year. So make sure to subscribe, and you might as well get your free money from Moomoo, up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000, guys. The clock's ticking. Use that link down below. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. Let me actually get a sip of this coffee, guys. It's too good to resist. Cheers again. And now let's dive into it. So you guys probably remember Friday was not the best day of trading for SoFi stock. The stock was at 8:30 in the morning at about 9:45, 10 a.m. roughly. And then we ended up downtrending for the rest of the day, essentially from $8.30 to $7.80, $7.85. So we did drop around almost 6% intraday, although we did close down 3.43% to be exact on Friday. And again, we downtrended all day, and the bulls were nowhere to be found on Friday. And the fact that we closed under $8 per share, yeah, that's a really good sign for the bears. And it goes to show that there could be more downside. You guys can see here on the 5-day, 5-minute. Again, we're doing a quick refresher here. You guys may know all this already, but here on the 5-day, 5-minute, we just hit a fresh low at 781, which means we obviously took out the lows from every day last week, so that's not a good sign. That's what we did on Friday. So we hit a fresh low on Friday after pretty much holding 8 to 810 for the majority of the week, right? And if we pull up this 10-day, 30-minute chart, you guys can see how this descending triangle, let me draw it out so you guys can see. This descending triangle right here, essentially is playing out, right? We held support at around 825, 810, that general range, as we were making lower highs into that support. And, well, now we're breaking through that level. We have a death cross under the moving averages as well. Not looking the best for the bulls on this 30-minute chart. And on the 20-day chart, you guys can see that as well pretty much, right? And you can see how we're at a fresh low on this time frame, the descending triangle, all that. And on the 4-hour chart, if I pull this up and show you guys what's going on, again, you see that descending triangle, but you also see how we're under the moving averages on this time frame, arguably on the verge of seeing a death cross. And we also have a head and shoulders. Let me show you guys this. Left shoulder right here. We have the head right here, boom. And then the right shoulder is right here. That could play out. And if this does play out, for all we know, we could be going down even more towards the lower sevens, maybe into the sixes. But I do believe I mentioned in my previous SoFi update that I would not be surprised if we saw a bit of a rally, before we get under 7. If we even do get under 7, I'd be pretty surprised, honestly, if we got into the sixes before earnings. Mind you, earnings are coming up here on the 29th, so 2 weeks away from today. Today, the markets are closed. Obviously, it's Martin Luther King Day. We have a holiday today, but in 2 weeks, 2 Mondays from now, the markets will be open, and we have SoFi earnings in the morning. So, in my opinion, we're pretty oversold, getting a bit stretched to the downside right now. And I feel like, yes, we could come down a little bit more. Again, now that we broke under 8, maybe this right shoulder plays out a little bit more down to the lower sevens. But I don't think we go much lower than that in the very, very short term, at least. At least that's my opinion. I don't know. I could be wrong. For all we know, we could go to $5 tomorrow, for Pete's sake, guys. I have no idea. But I do believe we're due for some sort of relief rally. And I could see that coming anywhere from, $7.30, $7.30, $7.75. These are some key levels that we've talked about before here, on the channel, guys. Let me draw it out right here. Boom. 715. That's another big one. So keep your eyes on this. Let's see how it develops here heading into earnings, which again, 2 Mondays from now. We covered the earnings last week, but of course we'll cover them again. The estimates for EPS, revenue, any other remarks, any other comments on that. We'll do that again. We'll cover that again as we get closer and closer to the actual earnings date. So that's a quick breakdown here, guys. Heading into this short week, we have 4 days of trading. We're getting pretty beaten down. Now it's officially down from, let's see, almost 1050 or right around 1050 to about 790. We're down around 25%. We're in a bear market clearly now. So yeah, how much more could it get hit before we do get some sort of relief rally? I don't think there's much more downside. Like I said, I feel like we could be getting a bounce fairly soon here. I could be wrong, though. Time will tell. I could be wrong. So please, guys, do your own research, do your own due diligence, all that good stuff. Don't buy, sell, or do anything based off of me, these videos. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. Please understand that. So with that being said, let me show you some other tickers here that I'm looking at heading into this week. I think Google looks pretty good. We can see here Google has an ascending triangle, which is really bullish overall. You guys can see here we have higher lows being made, which we've had that for quite some time. You guys see that right here. Boom, 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 boom. You guys see all those higher lows into the resistance at about 144-ish. Right now we're starting to break out of there. So Google, I feel like, and mind you, they're set to report, I think, early Feb. Actually, no, end of January, we have Google set to report. So I feel like this one could be breaking out, maybe heading into earnings. Before earnings, we still have about 2 weeks. So keep your eyes on Google, this ascending triangle. I'm loving that. And full disclosure, I'm long, well, Sofi, you guys know that, but I'm also long Google, and it's actually my biggest individual stock holding. Google is, not Sofi. Google is actually my biggest individual stock holding, which you guys know. I've covered that. I've talked about that before here on the channel. So let me see what else is looking pretty decent heading into this week out of big tech. Looks like Meta is at a fresh high. We're, avoiding that one, man. That one's just way overbought. I'm not trying to FOMO into Meta, but Amazon on the flip side is looking pretty good. And full disclosure, I'm long Amazon as well. You guys can see, and mind you, I started buying Amazon under $100. I wish I bought more. It is what it is, but now we're at 155 and arguably getting ready to go higher. You guys have seen this chart, or at least you should have if you've been watching the channel. By the way, 55% of you, or half of you at least, are not subscribed. You watch the video sometimes, but you're not subscribing. If that's you, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Again, we're trying to get to 50,000 subs this year, and it wouldn't be possible without you guys. So make sure to do that. I appreciate you all as always. So Amazon right now, we have an inverse head and shoulders. You guys can see right here, left shoulder right there. If it wants to work, there we go. Head right there, boom. Then we have the right shoulder right here. And we're on the verge of potentially breaking above 180, or not 180, excuse me, 155, 160, which if we do, we could then fill the gap to about 172. If that breaks, we could be running towards all-time highs. So I would not be surprised if at some point this year, Amazon made a shot towards all-time highs. Potentially. It's not guaranteed, of course, but that's kind of what I'm looking at here moving forward on Amazon. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap up the video. I hope you enjoyed it, found some value. Hit that like button. Again, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on X at Stocks Talk Stocks. And don't forget to get your free stocks from Moomoo. Fund your account with at least $100. Using that link down below, you get 5 stocks. And fund your account with at least $1,000. On top of those 5 stocks, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks. And by the way, each of those could be valued up to $2,000, guys. So get on it. You have nothing to lose. Use that Moomoo link down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.